So the plan is to get across this gap and just get tight to those bluffs so that Artie can't get me. But I just need to make sure the coast is clear. There's an M103. Snapped a little auto aim, bit silly really, but I'm actually doing some spotting here, which is a bit daft. Ooh, might get a shot in the turret. Nope, I just need to get across this gap really, so I can carry on in safety with the rest of the game. And what? You are kidding me. One-shotted by a tier 8 artillery. That is just bollocks. Hello, I'm RetroJules. I have the Chieftain. I bought it at Halloween. And yes, I paid 6,100,000 silver. And a week later, it had 30% off. I could have saved myself an awful lot of money. In fact, nearly 2 million silver. So this was my very first game in my brand new, very expensive Chieftain. And you might be thinking, how come you've only got vents on it, Retro? Well, quite simply, I did not have enough money. I had to pillage low tier tanks, sell equipment just to buy the tank, and also just to be able to equip it with vents. I was in such a hurry to get this tank. Had I waited a week, I'd have saved myself 2 million nearly. But I was in a hurry because the camouflage was still half price. And if I get a tier 10 tank, I want to get camouflage on it as soon as possible. So that was my motivation for buying it quickly. I was really lucky with the tier 9 Conqueror. We had the first set of ×2 XP on the first 20 wins, and that really pushed the Conqueror on, and the Chieftain came quite quickly. But I am extremely cash poor, to the point that when I was playing this game I had pennies in the account. A little bit frustrating, and I thought, how many games am I going to have to play to get over 1 million just to get 2 more pieces of equipment? And it was quite a few. Since then, I've done the decent thing and I've paid a bit of money into wargaming. Because to be quite frank, wargaming don't earn a lot of money out of me. I don't buy premium tanks. I don't really buy anything in the game. I just pay for my yearly premium membership and I get that half price on Black Friday, and that's it. And I thought, I am really tired of playing tier 9 tanks, not playing as much as I'd like to, and just not earning enough money doing it for the progression. And I thought, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to carry on playing my tier 9 Conqueror, because I've kept that. That would have freed up an awful lot of money if I'd have sold that. But I'm going to end up getting the Super Conqueror unlocked, and I'm going to be nowhere near able to afford it when I unlock it. So I paid 70 British pounds, I bought a shed load of gold, and I bought 10 million pounds worth of silver because it was on offer. And I thought, do you know what, I don't mind. I don't pay much into this game. I've been playing it for 4 years. I've got a bit of cash in my pocket. Why not? And then that is just going to make the game that little bit more pleasurable for me when I start unlocking the tanks. So we've got 2 TDs defending the cap. I'm in my 75% trained crew. They can't shoot for toffee. The view range is dreadful. So I played this game pretty safe, and we're quite down on the numbers already. We're 3 tanks down. Ooh, Yak Panda's a one shot. Go on, go on. Stick your bum out. I'm ready for you. Hit. Oh, you tease. You little tease. Got it. Got a kill. Hurrah. And I'm going to stay down on this bank. There's no way I'm going across the top. snatch and auto-aim on the move with a 75% crew and nailed a second kill. Not going to complain about that. But I've kind of learnt... Oh, shot on the waffle. Nice. Kind of learnt with the Conqueror, as with the Chieftain, I try and go from one hold down point to another, if I can, and do my bestest not to get caught out in the open. Doesn't always work, but it is a thought process I have now. In a light tank, never needed to worry about it really, because you were bombing along at a right old rate of knots and were very difficult to hit, whereas this is very easy and very soft to hit in the side. And if you auto-aim on it, you're going to ammo rack it as well. Yeah, just try to get a shot on that T100 on the move. A, I'm not a good enough shot to do it, and B, with my crew and everything else, it's just not going to happen. But I tried. And it would appear in this game, yeah, that maybe snapping auto-aims on the move should have been the way forward. And another fluffed shot. Well, it looks like it's going to be a cap off. I don't mind. Feeling a little bit vulnerable in this tank right now with the way it's all set up. And I'm not really an expert in it. You're not an expert in any tank, Retro, are you? Now I know that, but even less so in this brand new tank. And yeah, that wasn't going to go in. And if anything, I gave that tank a chance to reset the cap. But we could win the cap. It's going to be close. Now that T100 is coming along the river on the 0 line and is going to pop up on the other side, thinking I don't know it's there. So I'm going to get ready for it. Yeah, no, it's right down below, Retro. It's going to come up right in the corner. Yep, there it is. And I just get ready to get a shot in and it's taken out on the move. Well, I'm glad somebody can hit a T100 on the move, because I certainly can't. And, well, oh, actually, we both... Is that going to be a draw? Same amount of kills on each side? It is a draw. I'll take that, actually, as a first game with me poor crew. How do we do overall in that game then? Yeah, you see, this is where I've had problems earning silver if I don't have very good games. 16,000, you need a lot of those to buy equipment, and mid-table as well. Well, this time round, I've got a slightly better crew. They're still not 100%, but I am still extremely cash poor and still have only vents on my Chieftain. Now, this is a funny little game because I was so indecisive, and actually, on reflection, I did not play very well at all, but I got away with it and survived and didn't come out with too bad a result as well. But I'm really looking forward to getting a bit more equipment on this tank, getting my crew 100%, and then I can relax and think, right, Retro, get your eye in, you've got a decent crew, you've got some equipment, your skills are working, get out there and do something impressive. So I'm just trying to play it whole down here. Got the M103 and I think another heavy and a light tank join it, and I'm obviously not as hull down as I think I could be, and I've taken my first hit. Not a great start. And this game, see, now I'm spotting. I'm surely I shouldn't be spotting. I don't mind. I'll get some assisted damage, but I'm just sure I'm not the tank to be doing this. But then, if I look at the tanks around me, where's our light tank? He's... Okay, so I've obviously got a better view range, or a line of sight that is better than our light tank. Right. So there's me thinking I'm still hull down. Ah. And I'm just trying to jostle to get a shot. I'm going to stay here. There's a good little cluster of tanks over there. And No, nothing. Ooh, Conqueror coming up. No, and I take another hit. I'm going to leave there because I don't seem to be able to achieve anything. So the plan is now to go the other side of this cathedral and see what's what. I want to stay in this area because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a third of their team roughly at F0. So another mistake is coming up. What do you not do when you go around a corner in a soft hold vehicle? You don't just poke out. Why on earth did I not reverse out and side scrape and stand a bit of a chance of deflecting the shot or letting the shot get absorbed by my tracks? No, I just go blazingly sticking me nose of me tank out, and now I'm on about a third of my health, and all I've really achieved in this game is spotted 3 tanks. Now what you doing, Retro? Retro says, do you know what? I really don't know what to do in this game. I'm just a little bit... I was just having a bit of a Clueless game where I thought, I really don't know what to do or where to go. So I'm just going to stick me snoz out. I'm just edging me snoz out now, and... So what do? I auto-aim a Type 4. That was not going to go in. And the trouble is, with the Conqueror and the Chieftain, they've got good guns and they're accurate, and more often than not I can get away with auto-aiming, so my little light tank auto-aim habit still tends to kick in. Now, at this stage in the game, I think I'm trying to throw the Type 4 off the scent and going a very, very long way around the houses. I mean, we are winning. I'm certainly not getting stuck in, and probably not being a whole lot of benefit to my team, but these are the shots I want, these little side on. Ugh. Missed my chance again. There's a lot of faffing around in this game. Come on, stick your... There we go. Nice shot in the side of their Chieftain. And I'm not going to leave this area. And this next bit, I mean, we are completely creaming the enemy. This, for want of a better word, is probably a YOLO. And if the enemy were half decent, I would have been dead. And I can't believe I even did this. I'm going to roll straight out knowing there are 2 heavies round the corner. But I'm pretty convinced they don't know where I am. Nice easy shot on the T10. And then it doesn't know I'm there. So why did I ram it? Because I could have probably carried on just taking shots and it wouldn't have realised. And then here comes a stupid auto aim, not on the front of a T10, and it rams me. And I get the kill, and the Type 4 hasn't got a clue that I'm there, or if it does, it's way too concerned with the tanks. They're in front of it. And all things considered, with a very indecisive game, a bit of YOLO tanking, and nothing to be proud of. Actually, this is normally what I'd call a fairly solid game. Oh, there's no rhyme or reason to being good or bad at this game. If you get away with it, you get away with it. Another shot on the Chieftain, and we get a 3rd kill. Nothing to be proud of, but not a bad result at all. 3 tank kills, 3 tanks spotted, couple of assisted. It's so much easier to read on those old style ribbons. And how do we do overall? A very decent 64,000 silver, just under 3,000 damage, bit of assisted, class 2 mastery badge. There's the 3 tanks, and overall came 4th. I'm quite pleased with that. And finally, I got my crew completely trained and bought some more equipment, and we are now fully spec'd with vents, optics and a gun rammer. I hadn't bought the silver at this stage. I had played and played and played with lots of silver bonuses to try and get money to equip my tank. And it was after that, because I was still playing the tier 9 Conqueror side by side and actually doing quite well in it, and that's when I decided to treat myself to a whole load of silver cash to spend in the game, and I'm really glad I did. I absolutely love the Chieftain. These games are very early days. I'm not claiming to get the hang of it or be good with it, but these games were good enough. This Chieftain is 10 tons lighter than the Tier 9 Conqueror, 8 miles per hour faster on its top speed. It's got 200 less horses in the engine, and it's still pretty poor at hill climbing. It's got the same gun as the Conqueror, but with a slightly faster rate of fire and an ever so slightly faster aim time, and a minuscule improvement on the accuracy of 0.01. But it's got 10 meters less on its view range, which is why I put optics on it. 14 degrees per second more hull traverse, 8 degrees per second more turret traverse, and altogether a more mobile machine. And I love it. And I love my Tier 9 Conqueror. So, absolute keepsies, both of them, but I am playing for the Tier 10 Conqueror, and we'll see how I get on with that. The crew, which are now fully trained, have got 6th Sense, Repairs, Brothers in Arms, Track Mechanic, and they're currently training in Situational Awareness. So we're trying to take out this T10, and I'm thinking I'm hull down, and old man reactions coming in there, and killing a dead tank does not get you a kill. The money wasn't great on this game, and I think one of the reasons for that was I waste shots, and I'm trying to become a better shot. Gone are the days where I'm whipping around in a light tank with auto aim, circling enemies. I've got to tune in and get those shots in, time them well, aim them well, and actually, in a lot of instances, manually aim them and not rely on auto aim. But the trouble is, it's 50-50, isn't it? Sometimes you auto aim a shot and it goes whistling in, and you aim a shot and it bounces. First tank destroyed, and we go moving in. Up until now, I didn't have a big love for British tanks. I really enjoyed my Matilda when it was top tier. That was always a giggle. I do quite like my Citroen. I've called it a Citroen again. What's wrong with me? My Centurion Action X. I love the Tier 9 Conqueror. I really am enjoying my Chieftain. Quite liked the Cromwell. It was okay. Not a big fan. Did not like the Comet. But at Tier 10, I think the British tanks are absolutely worth the grind. And I have a real affinity with the Chieftain. It's an iconic tank. It's a stunning tank. I've driven it. I've walked on one. And now I've got one. And I'm enjoying playing it too. Now, of all places, I think we have a light tank which is AFK. He's just parked up. It was probably dinner time. Got called to the dinner table and thought he'd park up. Where you going, Retro? Are you... Oh, very cash. Thought you were leaving that kill for your team then. You just thought you'd roll by and snap a shot. Right, there's a dirty waffle up behind the mountain at G1. The enemy are 2 tanks down. Anything can happen. We're a more mobile team. Half their team are filthy campers. Although they're not camping, but they're campy styles of tank, is what I meant to say. And there goes the auto aim snapshot. And when shots like that happen, I think, well, it's always worth a quick snap. And that's what I do. And then when I aim a shot, I aim it pretty poorly. No idea what I was aiming at there. And I'm just trying to play this and keep this hull down. And just, my shots are dreadful. Really need to learn to just get that aim in. I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. Now, I do believe you've had 3 different styles of gameplay. I think we've had an urban map. Or have we had 2 urban maps? I'm hoping you've got to see a variety of camouflage on the Chieftain. I love having camouflage on my tanks. And of course, it isn't just cosmetic. It gives us all a 4% camo bonus too. So it is worthwhile. But I only buy camo when it is half price. Okay. Just that object. Yeah. I'm not going to push forward. And also at this stage I hadn't noticed that the waffle had been taken out, so I was just a bit concerned about pushing out too far. So I decided to stay here and just see what happened. But that object isn't looking my way. We're all going in. Who's going to get the kill? Well, it isn't going to be me. Right. Time to curl round the back and find the rest of their team and finish the game. And you get this tank up to speed and it motors quite nicely. You take it onto any uphill gradient and it really starts to slow down. And these sand dunes, look at that, grinding right down to 12 kilometers an hour. Snail's pace. But after all, it is a heavy. But I think you kind of play it as a slightly aggressive medium, and you can rely on it for sniping too. Right, let's crest this brow and see what happens. Oh, there's Artie. Can I get a shot in? Filthy red square taken out. Can we take out the filthy triangle too? Yeah, don't auto-aim on the front of a Stritzvan. And yeah, Stritzvan's got a real affection for me. Job done. 6 damage ribbons, 4 tanks destroyed, 2 critical, 1 assisted. Just under 2,000 damage. Yeah, not so hot, 20,000 silver. I think I wasted quite a few shots in that game as well. 2nd class mastery, and we came 2nd overall. I really hope you enjoyed seeing me reveal my tier 10 Chieftain tank. A tank that I'm really happy to get. I'm really enjoying playing it. I'm really enjoying the British tanks, and I'm really enjoying not playing light tanks at the moment. But I've still got my tier 9 Conqueror, and I'm going to grind that right up to the tier 10 Conqueror. I'd like to hear from you guys whether you think the 6 million silver is worth going from the tier 9 Conqueror to the tier 10. Very interesting because they are the same guns, just slightly better handling. I'd love to know your thoughts. Keep safe, keep tanking, and I'll see you soon.